What's going on, guys? It's Elias. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be diving into the Civic Type R because it's got a whole litany of error codes that just won't leave me the hell alone, right? So I did admittedly have a little over rev the other day at a track. I was practicing and it was raining and I was in embankments. I wasn't paying too much attention, and instead of grabbing fifth, I grabbed third. That sucked, but the car's fine. No problems at all. No issues. I've been driving it for a while now just to make sure. But it also has a keyless entry problem. It's got some brake lights flashing at me for some reason. The rear parking brakes work perfectly, have always worked perfectly. I'm not sure where the hell these errors are coming from, but they wouldn't leave me the hell alone. I'm thinking it might have something to do with the fact that I plugged the SRS module fuse back in, and now the SRS module is sending signals and saying, well, there's a problem, another problem that we have to deal with. So, as with any car, especially these modern cars, when you gut it and turn to a race car, you're going to have issues. So, I'm going to take a look at this Autel tool. It's the MD806 Pro from Autel. It's an awesome tool. I've heard that it can basically take care of all the modules. It can read every single module for the 2017 and 2018 Honda Civics. Now, if you have a 2019 and newer Honda Civic or Honda Civic Type R, you may have to get an upgraded version of this. I'm working with Autel to let me know which is the best one for the newer Civic Type Rs. But for the older Civic Type Rs, the 2017s and 2018s, this works just fine. Let me show you guys. Let's go ahead and take a deep dive, take a look what I can fix and what I can't. So, wish me luck, right? And if you like the videos, let me know by hitting that like button and hit subscribe. Let's get started. So, to show you where the problem is, I'm going to go ahead and turn the car on. Yeah, the door's open. Electronic brake system. Brake system problem. Brake hold system problem. SRS, we expected that one. I did not expect a suspension problem, but there it is. Might be a brake system problem. Got it. Oh, it comes back again. Alright. Well, I can change my modes, which is great. So I think the suspension's okay. I do have these two issues back here. So if I take off my parking brake, which works fine, it starts blinking. Now I do have KTUNER, and it does a pretty good job of scanning. Gives me U0151 and P0219. What is P0219? Let's go look that up. Well, I cleared the code, scan them again, see what we got. So the same two codes. I did over rev the engine one time. I was taking a very banked turn, and I, by mistake, instead of getting fifth, I got third again. So P0219, that's what that is. It's hard coded. I don't think you can erase it ever from the ECU. It is what it is. Then the U0151, that's the SRS module issue. Now, as you can see, I do have that on, and it's always going to be on because I may or may not be missing a couple of airbags, maybe, possibly. But you see the brake system, the yellow light's on. Now, as soon as I brake, or I used to do that when I brake. Let's go ahead and close the door. And I'm going to put it into... Oh, there it is. As soon as I put the clutch in, I guess, it gives me that problem. Now again, I don't have a problem with the electronic brake system. but KTUNER's only giving me 2 codes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Autel tool. So there's a box it came with. In the connector, I went ahead and connected it to the OBD2. It's the first time I'm using this, but it's very intuitive. So I've always liked to update my tools to make sure they have the latest updates. So I went ahead and did that. It's very easy to do. You just put this in update mode, plug it into your computer, download some software, register this thing with Autel, and you can get the latest and greatest. So pretty damn cool. So let's go ahead and I'm guessing we're gonna go ahead and do a scan. Just press the OK button there. I'm guessing Asian. Trying to guess there's no glare. So I just selected doing a full scan, so it executes all DTC system tests. It's gonna take a while, so let's go ahead and hit yes. Yep, I'm in neutral. And there we go. As you can see, this thing is extremely comprehensive. It just finished up, or it's about to finish up. And my goodness, it scanned absolutely every single module it could find. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at, well, this one first, because that's the one I'm having trouble with. Alright, we have some clues here after it loaded up some of the faults. So, CAN communication failure with yaw rate acceleration sensor. That would make sense, actually. I wonder where that yaw sensor is. SRS, obviously. Yep. Another acceleration sensor. Those are the 4. Those are the 4. Alright, so the one that I'm really worried about is the yaw sensor. Now I gotta find where the heck that yaw sensor is installed on these Type Rs. Alright, so what I've done already is I've erased the codes. I've moved the car back and forth. I still have the warning lights. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the code specifically for the ABS and brakes. It's gonna go ahead and read it again. Driver seatbelt, okay, so that's not a big deal. Let's go back and keep seeing what else is going on. I don't see a yaw sensor problem anymore. So using this, I was able to also erase that over rev code that supposedly was hard coded. It's not in the ECU anymore. I just scanned it again. This is the engine codes. I only have 2 left, which are both related to SRS. And that's fine by me. So I'm going to leave here. As you can see, that was the engine PGMFI. So it's reading the codes again just to see if things come up. And it was that one SRS code. So you'll see fault 1. I'm going to go ahead and see what else we can go ahead and clear from here so we can not have this problem. See, it's not on, but as soon as I touch the clutch, it goes on. I don't know what that could be. It could be the yaw sensor, I don't know. I checked the clutch position switch. It's still there and it's still working. So that's not it. I've had that problem before. That's never gonna go away. Alright, so another bit of success. Still haven't fixed the brake problem, but I had a keyless entry problem that just kept popping up. Using this thing, I erased the codes, right? See right there, keyless transmitter. I had OK, cleared the codes, read it again, no codes, turned the car on, no error for keyless entry. Let's see if it comes back. If I turn it off here. It did not come back. Damn, this is awesome. I love this thing. Everyone needs to buy one of these. I'll put a link in the description for you guys. The MD806 Pro. This car seems to be awesome with it. Let's go ahead and start her up again. See what else we can read. See what other codes we can clear. So there's the electronic brake system problem. Again, my brakes were fine until I took it to a track day. It could really be the yaw control. We'll see. Man, I just can't get over how good this Autel unit is. The KTUNER does a great job of reading the codes, but its main focus, it's tuning the engine for more power. This thing is at a whole different level, right? So I figured out the reason why it was giving me a keyless entry problem is because this was disconnected and reconnected, but I forgot to take the battery off when I did that. So it threw a code, it would never let go of that code. Makes sense to me now. After I cleared it, no problems with the keyless entry anymore. We're ready to go. So I'm going one by one, clicking on all the systems, looking at the codes, taking a picture of the codes in case I need to see what else is going on with the car, and then clearing them. So I'm going to go ahead and read the codes on the EPS, electronic power steering, I assume. It's VSA system malfunction, FCAN whatever, EPS control unit, SRS unit. I mean, anything with SRS will probably give me a code. I'm going to go ahead and erase the codes. So I got to turn the ignition off. It doesn't turn the ignition back on. No problem. Let's read the codes again. Null fault detected. Let's continue. So I had to perform a full scan again, and you guys remember there was faults everywhere. Well, now, if we scroll through, we don't have that many faults left anymore. I think that's awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ABS, because I'm still having that brake system issue. What is happening here? Is it really the buckle switch that I need to put on? If that's all it is, I'm going to be pretty pissed off that it's giving me an error. Seriously. Let me go ahead and do that, I guess. Well, and finally, one of the best things about this Autel tool is the fact that you can put this thing in brake pad maintenance mode. So I went ahead and chose the brake pad maintenance mode. Hit OK on that. Enter brake pad maintenance mode. I don't know if you guys heard that, but the electronic parking brakes released themselves. Makes it a lot easier. All I have to do is push them back. Go ahead, OK. Then I can go back to normal mode. That is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and start her up. No other issues. So my electronic parking brake works. So I'm thinking at this point it's probably looking for my seatbelt buckle sensor. That's the only thing I can think of. Man, there's so many electronics in this car. It's kind of annoying. But let me go ahead and install that and fix that. We'll take a look. However, I'm going to finish this video here. It's getting pretty dark out, and I got other things to do. So we'll come back to this. But you guys got to get yourself one of these things. This is going to save me so much time. Man, I was diagnosing the keyless entry problem forever. I was looking online. All I had to do was clear the code. I cleared the code and it was done. Something that KTUNER couldn't do, and I had a cheaper one of these and it couldn't do it. So if you have a 2017 or a 2018 Honda Civic anything, get yourself one of these. Now if you have a 2018 and newer, you're gonna have to get a more expensive version of this. I'm talking to Autel right now to see if they would send it to me so that we can go ahead and show you guys. But I went ahead and bought this myself just so I can diagnose some things. I heard some good things about this, and my God, is this an awesome tool. I recommend it. 2017, 2018 Honda Civics, Civic Type R, Civic SIs, any Civic hatchback. Get yourself one of these. It will save you a ton of time and probably a ton of money. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Peace.